In this 1870s photograph by Samuel Bourne, the Maharaja of Patiala sits among his attendants, dressed in ornate royal attire. Captured in 1865, this image of the Husainabad Gate in Lucknow showcases the stunning Indo-Islamic architecture of the region. Beneath the archways, local vendors go about their daily business. This formal portrait shows the Maharaja of Ratlam in full court dress. Taken in the 1870s, it was designed to impress both British officials and fellow Indian nobility with the ruler's prestige and loyalty to the empire. Taken around 1856 by Drive John Murray, this early photo offers a rare view of the Taj Mahal from the riverbank. A group of women and children in layered silk and heavy jewelry pose in front of a tent, dressed for a formal occasion. Likely members of a noble household, their clothing blends traditional Indian fashion with Victorian influences. In this 1882 portrait by Deen Dayal, the Maharaja of Patiala sits surrounded by his court, many of whom are seeing a camera for the first time. The photograph captures a moment of transition. British officials and their families pose alongside Indian servants in the veranda of a colonial mansion. This group portrait, taken in the late 19th century, reflects the complex social hierarchy of British India. Dressed in elaborate ceremonial regalia, Nawab Sultan Kaikis Rao Jahan, the Begum of Bhopal, as one of the few female rulers of a princely state, she played a major role in education and reform for Muslim women. Sir Mir Muhammad Khan, the ruling chief of Colonial in Baluchistan, sits on a throne chair carved with lion heads, shows a leader who balanced tribal tradition with the formal expectations of colonial diplomacy. A Kashmiri artisan works on an intricate piece of wood carving, surrounded by screens, tables, and decorative objects. This scene highlights the deep craftsmanship of the region's traditional art. The Khan of Kalat sits beside his sons in this family portrait by Fred Bremner. Their varied attire reflects their different ranks and roles within the tribal hierarchy of Baluchistan in the late 19th century. The bustling fruit market of Quetta Bazaar in 1900, captured by Fred Bremner. Signs written in multiple languages suggest a diverse mix of traders and customers. This 1924 photograph of a Kashmiri dancer shows her gently reaching for a flower, wearing a robe embroidered with gold thread and a headdress covered in coins and gems. It's a quiet portrait of grace and cultural pride. An Indian cavalryman stands at attention beside a mounted officer. These elite horsemen were part of British India's military regiments and often participated in parades and ceremonial duty. During the colonial era, big game hunting was promoted as a mark of masculinity and conquest, with devastating effects on India's wildlife populations. This type of organized hunt, known as a shikar, was a display of wealth, control, and imperial dominance. A line of elephants forms a wall in the tall grass as British officers and Indian soldiers prepare to photograph their kill. Two tigers lying in the clearing.